For Module 5, Group 10 will be discussing workplace behavior. Zakia will discuss how to overcome toxic workplace behavior. Ernest will discuss criminal behavior. Taylor will talk about workplace behavior expectations. Yulin will discuss how to stop inappropriate behavior. And I will discuss how behavior on the job has worsened over the past 20 years.
Hi, I'm Jung and from Group 10. Our group picks the workplace behavior as our topic, and I will talk about 6 toxic workplace behaviors and how to overcome it. As the article I found named How to Overcome the 6 Most Toxic Employee Behavior. The first one is aggressiveness, which means it undermines safety and requires people to divert resources from productive work into defensive operations such as fight and flight. Number 2 is narcissism. An excessive self-focus interferes with the development of a positive and flexible culture of balanced negotiation and give and take compromises. Number 3 is lack of credibility. When people don't do what they say they will do, they lack credibility and breed mistrust. Performance. Operational more focus and
Hello, I'm Ernie Doss. I'm with Group 10 and Management 3000, and this week our group has chosen the word, or the phrase, I should say, workplace behaviors, and I'm specifically going to talk about criminal workplace behaviors. It's a deviant type of personality or a deviant type of personality trait that we see that happens, and the most common one people think of because it's just in the paper just about every day is employer theft or employee theft, people stealing from their employer. In a January 2015 article, Fortune magazine reported that retailers experience about $42 billion in employee theft or shrinkage, as the industry calls it, annually. Other types of deviant or behaviors or criminal workplace behaviors that you see as you could have theft of services. People stealing something from their employer. They may be stealing fuel or other types of things. You see criminal damage to property. Somebody gets mad at their employer and so they damage something on the way out or when they're leaving or after they get fired. Violence in the workplace is something that is concerning to everyone. The FBI even has a task force on it. And you see that a lot of times when people just get mad because something happened to them at work. They blame everybody else. Most of these types of behaviors come from the behaviors that are talked about in our book. You may have somebody who's stressed out by the job that they've got or by their manager. You may have somebody that feels like they've been retaliated against by their employer, so they're going to have a like type of reaction. You may have somebody who feels like they're underpaid or undercompensated, or that people don't care about them, so they're wanting to get their just revenge. You have some people that they actually go. It's a planned behavior. They see that the employer, that the business has very weak controls, and so they actually get hired there with the sole purpose of trying to perpetrate those types of crimes. Certainly, it's something that costs everyone money. It always makes the workplace just a really bad place to be.
Hi, this is Ewan from Group 10. Today I'm going to talk about how to stop inappropriate workplace behavior. Companies have behavior requirements for those who work in office. Employees who go against the grain are considered to have inappropriate behavior, which can have a negative effect on the work atmosphere and the employee himself. Inappropriate behavior can be put into different classifications, such as those having to do with ethics, relationship, conflicts of interest, and professionalism. Developing a clear policy and enforcing them consistently is the only way to stop inappropriate workplace behavior. So what the company can simply do is first select employee and managers or ask volunteers to become members of a policy and the ethics committee. Second, list example of behaviors considered inappropriate. For example, if your company prohibits unethical business practice, decide whether this means not notifying customer of price decreases or making substitutions in customer orders without prior notification. Third, create a list that contains behavior that are in direct opposition to fair employment practice, such as engaging in harassing or retaliatory behavior. Fourth, determine the seriousness of instance of each behavior and how the prohibited behavior contradicts company policy. Fifth, ensure your handbook lists the behavior, the reason it is inappropriate, and the type of discipline warranted. Sixth, ensure that employees are aware of all workplace policy. Seventh, enforce the policy throughout the entire workforce, regardless of position and status.
Hi, my name is Taylor Shriver. I am in Group 10 in the class of Principles of Management. My group has chosen to do our presentation on workplace behavior. In my video, I am going to discuss workplace behavior expectations and how one should conduct themselves while in the workplace. To most companies, behavior in the workplace is just as important as the company's performance itself. Every company has certain expectations and guidelines that their employees must adhere to and comply to. Once hired, most employees receive an employee handbook where the expectations of each worker is outlined and clearly stated. Employees are expected to follow these guidelines in everyday business. Some of the values that are important in the workplace behavior include integrity, accountability, teamwork, and commitment, just to name a few. Integrity is important because employers want a worker whom they can trust to do the right thing and to do their job to the best of their ability. Accountability ensures that the employees are reliable, responsible, and trustworthy. Teamwork is also crucial in the workplace environment. Employees must be able to come together for the betterment of the company. Finally, commitment. Commitment comprises many things. It asks employees to be dedicated with a strong and positive attitude. Having an ethical and positive workplace behavior can take a company a long way and help ensure success and smooth sailing in the days to come. Establishing this aura is the most crucial step within the workplace. The sources I used for my video was Small Business Chronicle. The article was called Workplace Ethics and Behavior by Sam Amico.
Hi, my name is Kayla Crawford, and for Module 5, I will be discussing an article from the New York Times titled No Time to Be Nice at Work. Workplace behavior can make going to work either miserable or enjoyable. This article discusses how workplace behavior has gotten worse over the past 20 years. The way people treat each other at work can greatly affect their mental and physical health. The increase in sensitivity and incivility we are faced with today can even decrease performance and office morale. The journalist in the article talked about Robert M. Sapolsky, a Stanford professor and author of Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. He argued that when people experience stressors like rude workplace behavior, their immune system suffers, potentially creating health problems, including cardiovascular disease, cancer, diabetes, and ulcers. Experiencing or witnessing uncivil incidents or even replaying one in your head can elevate levels of hormones called glucocorticoids, potentially leading to a host of health problems. In 2012, a study was published that concluded that stressful jobs increase the risk of a cardiovascular event by 38%. Most workers claim they are so overloaded that they have no time to be nice. In one study, they had the experimenter belittle the group of participants, who then performed 33% worse on wood puzzles and came up with 39% fewer creative ideas during a brainstorming task. Simple gestures such as smiling and thanking others in the workplace can make a huge impact. We need to consider our actions at work and not use time as an excuse to be rude or disconnected from our coworkers.